Welcome to the webinar, Preparing for a Digital Future in Healthcare. My name is Bruce Bolton and I'm the EVP of Technology for Portford Solutions. The agenda today has three main parts. The first will talk about the components and really what makes up a digital future. The second will talk about the solution that we're presenting today, which is OpenText Application Extender, the different functionality that has and how it can provide value to your healthcare organization. And the third part, we'll be talking about how you can produce a roadmap to get to your digital future from where you are today. A digital future. The digital landscape has slightly changed over the last few years. Historically, we've worked a lot with paper and with a small amount of electronic documents, but that's shifting around. We're still working with paper, but we're working more with more complex channels, with business applications outputting documents, vendors electronically distributing documents to us, fax, email, electronic forms and documents on the desktop that need to be captured in some way. And we've got the addition of mobile devices as people use them around the organization. They want to capture and access information from there. Document management systems like ApplicationXtender allow you to classify and store information using business data, index values, patient name, patient ID, etc. Consistency in that classification and data extraction is critical, not only for the data integrity, but if you're sharing this or using workflow or using this data to underpin compliance, it's critical that that gets correctly assigned. Security and centralized management is really becoming key. Ubiquitous access. Not only just going to a website and accessing this information, but accessing the information from within inside your commonly used application, whether it be a mobile device or business applications such as your patient management system, or whether it be your Microsoft Outlook or Office applications. And security of data, making sure the right people have access to the right documents. Compliance increases as we move forward in the industry. Whether it's HIPAA compliance, high-tech compliance, or internal policies and procedures, controlling access and auditing usage is really underpinning the compliance that is bound in these regulations. We need to control access by security groups, making sure that only certain groups can have access to certain functions on the document and easily be able to control those. So who does what and when is tightly controlled, but if they do provide access, it's clearly audited in the audit trail. So we need reports around that so we can give auditors that information when they come in and inspect our systems. And records retention. We need to be able to keep the documents for a specific period of time that's governed by industry or corporate standards. What are the components of a digital platform? On the left-hand side, we see that paper still exists. We still need scanning. We still need the ability to scan from a desktop, from a mailroom type of environment, or a multifunction device. We need to be able to capture documents from the desktop, whether it be from email systems or from third-party business applications. We need the ability to grab this information and put it into a central repository. Business applications that we talked about before output documents, and they require to be stored digitally in a document management system for archive and retrieval. And mobile devices. The first component of our digital platform is the capture services. That communicates with all these different channels, digital channels of information coming in, and helps classify, extract the information that we need to so we can store it within the repository services. And that's where things are organized logically and they're stored. Doesn't matter how many documents you have within that environment, things that are logically organized and easily accessible. The process automation piece allows you to automate certain workflows. You may have workflow today in your patient management system, but the information may need to be reviewed and approved before the information is passed off to these platforms, and that's where the process automation can come in. We may need to review or sign electronic forms as they come in. We may need to review faxes or emails before that information is made available to the organization and become part of the overall patient record. OpenText Application Extender. Application Extender has four main strategic themes. Usability, to make sure you're providing an easy-to-use, consistent user interface for accessibility to your patient documents. The second is governance, not only providing a platform that helps you manage governance, but administer that governance as well. So when you have auditors come in, you can provide the necessary reports so they can be satisfied that you're managing your data correctly and answer any queries that they may have. Application Extender provides a lot of functionality out of the box, but the extensibility part of this uses a RESTful API to allow you to integrate this further into your organization to make a more seamless experience for your users. And enterprise readiness, making sure that it has the type of technology compatibility to make sure you can easily fit it within your technology roadmap. The real benefit of Application Extender is the low cost of entry. There's a lot of healthcare document management systems out there. Document management is not new by any stretch. But with the functionality that the Application Extender provides, the low cost of entry and the rapid and low cost deployment is really attractive to medium-sized healthcare organizations. And it's also designed to fit within your existing process. They don't make you use a certain application. It is designed to work from within the process application that you use, either on-premise or in the cloud. Capture services. Application Extender has the ability to scan documents from multifunction devices and desktop scanners. You can capture information from email easily and put that into the document management system. You can use a virtual print drive, so you can print virtually documents from within your third-party business applications into Application Extender. You can capture information from mobile devices. You've got a print server to easily capture reports and other outputs from business applications and feed them into the Application Extender repository, so you can get into that compliance model again and again with different documents. And centralized scanning. This will never go away, so we have to manage the centralized scanning as part of our transition strategy, and Application Extender can certainly do that. Not only has some of the more modern and forward-thinking digital channels of capture that we've talked about, but you can centralize your scanning for high-volume patient record digitization as well. The repository services is based on an Access Anywhere model. On-premise or in the cloud, you can search by their index data that's extracted by the capture services or by the content of the document to make it a very powerful and easy accessible repository of information. You can reuse queries and save them for you or share them with your colleagues. You can annotate the documents and make notes on them as well, so you can build up the patient record as you go. Security and compliance is also very important. With powerful security and groups and easily assigning functions within those groups, you can redact documents with sensitive data. You can manage audit reports, so it has all the functionality that you need to not only easily access something, but on a compliant platform as well. We have a no-code integration module, which easily integrates with your patient management system. So what does this mean by no code? Quite often what we'll see is people want to be within their patient management system and access documents from within that. They're looking at, in this case, a patient record of Jane Brown, and they want to access Jane Brown's records. So you can use the quick link toolbar, which grabs documents using OCR screen technology and capture that information and fire off a search to the document management system. This not only integrates with patient management systems, but essentially any application that we can capture from the screen. It's a very powerful no-code integration, very cost-effective. If you do want to seamlessly integrate your applications at the API level, it provides a full RESTful API for full code integration. So you can embed the repository services inside your existing processes as well. The process automation allows you to automate certain patient and clinical processes using workflow. You can replace the email routing, which is often used for organizations as they have e-forms or documents that they want other colleagues to share. You can control patient document review and approval. You can audit and report key workflow decisions for compliance. You get data integration. You can export data to analytics and patient management systems. You can provide dashboards like the one in the top right to provide managerial oversight, or you can also collect information, key performance indicators, so you can see how quickly decisions and reviews and approval on data is being made throughout the organization. All the information as it goes through the workflow is gathered and reportable. So how do you get there? The best thing to do is produce a roadmap. Analyze the current state of where you are in the digital repository, and then you can identify the end state of where you want to be. The 5 stages at the bottom are really critical in understanding where you are and what you need to do. First of all, there's a stage of consolidation, understanding where you are, and maybe you have multiple repositories of information, maybe you have one, maybe you need to purchase a document management system. Every customer is going to be in a slightly different state. So there's a period of consolidation, and that's stage one, just making sure that you design and identify the system that you're going to put all this information into. Organize it appropriately to make sure that you've got all the classification and the indexing that's set up, that you can search and easily access the information. Then start it. Once you've got the foundation of a good system, you can integrate other digital channels for capture services. You can integrate other business applications. Then you can optimize the processing using workflow, and then you can use innovation, essentially increase the level of integration and optimization to really get that productivity enhancement. The best thing to do is, in the consolidate state, is really identify the pain points and opportunities. Really understand what is the issues that people are having. So with documents, what are the labor intensive types of tasks that people are doing, so you can then address those. You can address a roadmap and implementation by process. Document management is very iterative. It makes it very conducive to this process by process implementation, which helps you manage the implementation and address these problems one at a time. Change is critical to manage. Moving to digital can have a user impact. It's easy to underestimate. So you need to consider all aspects of the document lifecycle to assess the change impact. Just making sure that you don't just analyze a certain function in the middle and you're moving a problem further or down the line in your particular document lifecycle. Implement a robust training program when you iteratively implement these stages of your digital transition strategy. And use the phase implementation. This allows change to be easily managed, and do it by document, by process. That concludes our presentation today. We can not only help you with ApplicationXtender software, but we can also help you with your roadmap as well. So if you have any questions, don't hesitate to contact me or visit our website for more information. Thank you.